Aloha, how you doing? Hey, before there was the whole dab thing, there was just I don't remember what it's called. It's part of the song, Aloha, I don't know, I don't remember. Anyway, here in the bright sun in my fake Hawaii studio here. Um, my daughter had one of these from a dance or something, and I had a Hawaii shirt. During the school, I love that they do those dress-up days now and then with themes. I hardly ever do it though. I love seeing y'all participate. I just completely forget because I'm always trying to do what more can I do? What more can I do to try to make something better for you guys or easier or something? It's hard for me to stop a lot of the times. Like I just keep going. One nice thing about these videos is you have to stop somewhere. You have to get them posted and online. So with those kind of deadlines and doing however many weeks we've done now, this is the 7th week, guys. 7 weeks times 5 or 6 each week. Whew. And I apologize, this week it was a little delayed. Had a couple of days of cleaning and showing our house. We're moving. We're going to be the same distance from school. So, and we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be there. But daughter's going to college, and so our son left last year for the military, so we wanted to get something a little bit more suited for just us. Oh, speaking of, that means hang loose. That was a cool, it used to be on some shirts in the 80s and stuff. That's a Hawaii thing. Hey, I'm going to go through just a few Hawaii pictures, no real stories, so to speak. I don't even have any Hawaii jokes. I'm just going to jump right into something brand new we haven't done, and it's an intro for next year called Factorials. Give me the facts. No, the Factorials. With an exclamation point. That is the symbol for factorial. We'll get to that in a moment. Just real quickly, screen share. Oh, by the way, my cat is in here. She's not as cooperative as you remember if you saw the one cat video. For that video, I had set like a table right in front of me and put the cat on the table. So she was in front of the screen, and I put food in front of her and tried to, I was hoping to interact with her and get her, and she just wandered off onto my desk, and then she walked by the camera, and that was it. She does what she wants to do. She's pretty, although I do have a funny video I did today of playing catch with her. That sounds funny, right? I'll post that after this video as well. It's kind of cool. So you can see her interact a little bit, but basically she interacts and is all lovey-dovey in the morning when I'm making her breakfast, her food. And then other than that, it's just random. If you walk by her, she'll either tag you. I call it tag. She just gets her claws lightly out and tags you like she does it to the dogs anytime they walk by her. Just like, hey, get out of my way. Or she'll like rub against you like pet me, pet me, pet me. But she loves sitting in windowsills. That's where she is right now. She loves watching what's going on outside. But anytime we open the door, the dogs try to get close, like sneak out. She like stays back and is kind of freaked out. We have some friends around us that have cats, and they come and visit us a lot. So a lot of times they'll be in our garage, and we'll let our cat look out into the garage. And she doesn't want to go near him. She hisses. She stays in our doors in the house. But one time, one of those cats came running in our door, and they tangled for a moment. My wife had to break them up. Oh well, fun stuff. All right, so let's go to screen share. And boom, I'm going to enlarge my picture. Just a few pictures, and it's not really much story-wise. Just real quickly jump through here. Hawaii, one of the United States. The states of the United States is made up of multiple islands. Islands made of lava over the thousands, millions of years, or whatever it may be. Maui's a popular one people have heard of, but Hawaii itself is the big island. Okay, there's a number of other ones. It's a great vacation place because it's a great tropical area, plenty of great hiking through greeneries and flowers, and just beautiful. And the cool thing about YouTube is anybody can go. You can go look at anything you want in Hawaii on YouTube and get a virtual tour and just enjoy what beautiful place it is. I hope to go there someday, but if any of you have, you know it's more beautiful than I'm going to show here. All right, so let's just click through real quick. Just look at that, man. You got like a mountain slash volcano range in the background, city on the coast, on the beach. Look at the color of the water, and it's not apparently not too super deep. You can see people standing out here. This one looks like it's on a paraglider or it's a big eagle or something. Just beautiful. Looks like one of those banana boats that takes people out for a ride. Beautiful coastline. Hi, kitty. Hi, baby. Are you gonna come up and be on TV? She doesn't let me pick her up. I've only picked her up like once. Hi. Oh, okay. Come on up here. I put something up here to try to put it up. All right. Well, if she comes up, I'll shift the camera. Oh, let me see. Hey, cat. Kitty. Kitty. Well, she doesn't stay still very long. So she wants to rub her neck on the edge of the screen. She loves getting scratched right here. That's one of her faves. All right, moving on. I hope she jumped up on this table, then I could get a better view of her. One of the other things people think of when they think of Hawaii is like the luau's. You know, they have the dances and the fire. What would you call that? I know there's people that spit fire, but these guys are swinging the fire. It's pretty awesome stuff. Let me move this out of the way. Minimize. There's one of the guys getting ready to spit. You can see a little bit of, he's got like a fire mustache. Look at that, right as he's getting ready to spit or something. I don't know. Whatever's going on there. And it's pretty crazy cool, awesome. Big swells, big surfs. Hawaii's known for one of the biggest regular waves to surf, so, and I think Australia. I thought that was a great picture. I thought I'd be looking at surf pictures forever. I love surf pictures. I've looked at many. This is the first one I saw. I had multiple surfers online. I don't think I've ever seen that many. I don't know if that's photoshopped or not. It looks pretty. I don't think they could Photoshop all those trails. Well, what they call that in the water. In the sky, behind a plane, it's called a contrail. When it leaves, you see the fuel exhaust or whatever coming out and making like swirly clouds behind the plane. That's a contrail. I don't know what you call it with a surfboard. Surf trail. I don't know. Next, snorkeling. Oh my gosh, there's so many cool things you can see. Aside from the Great Barrier Reefs off of Australia, Hawaii is probably the second most popular visited tourist snorkeling attraction in different various places in Hawaii. Okay. Look at these trails. I mean, I could show you 25 to 100 different trail photos. I just like this shot because you can see there's some kind of water down here, whether it's a full-blown river or what we would call in Indiana a creek. Some people, most people call it creek, whether it's just like a creek or like an actual river because it's so far down, it's hard to tell. And you got these mountain sides with trails on them. Beautiful. You know, the one picture I didn't get is of some of the flowers that are popular there. There's some great, beautiful postcards I've seen from Hawaii with their flowers. Now, this was within the past couple years, and I'm Facebook friends with somebody who, anyway, he lives in Hawaii, and he had to evacuate his homes. He had 2 houses down there, and there was lava flow across inhabited areas. Normally, it's around the outskirts and off into the ocean, which we'll look at that in a moment. And you can search, there's Hawaii lava flow hitting a white car on the side of the road, and you can see it as it slowly engulfs it and catches it on fire and everything. Crazy. But it's slower flows that people can get out of the way and things, but it's islands that are continuously growing with any eruptions or lava flows. Oh, I didn't enlarge that one. Dang it. I tried to pre-enlarge these this time, guys. You know, I usually takes extra time to do that. So where they have live flows going on as it hits the water with high molten degree temperatures of lava, just turning ocean water into steam immediately, you know, creating what looks like fog clouds rolling off the edge of the island. But the island continues to grow as that lava then turns into lava rock as it hardens from being cooled in the water. I mean, I don't know how far down it would go below, but it just keeps going. Anyway, Cool. Looks photoshopped, right? It's not. Check it out. Look for the video. Google or YouTube video of Hawaii volcano smiley face. Okay, it just happened to come out that way, and you can watch the view as a helicopter approaches the opening. And then as it gets over it, and you see the one eye, and then the second eye, and then it comes over, and you get to see the mouth. So it is legit. Pretty cool. And I heard one reporter saying she's waiting to hear the devious laugh, you know, that's a volcano, but I don't know. I saved that for last. That was it. Okay, so that's it. We're going to jump in and do IXLs. Hi, baby. Hey. Hi. I want to pick you up. Right. And she immediately is going to roll over. Oh, she's getting ready to attack. She also likes to playfully grab. She grabs the front with her paws, and then she put her front paws, and then her back paws the other way around. She puts on the back side, so she grips and pulls you to her, so she can bite. Well, mostly playing. Every once in a while, she gets a little out of control. Well, she's really enjoying this right now, but I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to give her one more shot at being on air. Hi, baby. Hi. Ow. She's about to turn on me. I can just feel it. I'm not quite getting her spot because I'm watching the camera angle. It's all right. Moving along. Love you, kitty. Her name's, we call her Mama. Mama. It's mostly picking up her body. It's not really catching her head very much. Sorry about that. Okay, so factorials. I'm going to quickly pull up my writing utensil and show you one quick thing about it. All it is anytime they write a number, let's say I write 2 factorial. It's an exclamation, but we call it factorial. All it means is you're going to create all the factors from that number descending down to 1. Don't include 0. It kills the whole idea. Okay. Oh, she wants some 11. Oh. So it just equals 2 times 1. Okay. So 4 factorial equals 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay. So if they say evaluate it, then 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 times 2 is 24, and obviously anything times 1 equals itself. So 4 factorial equals 24. 2 factorial is just 2, right? So this lesson is only on figuring the factorial answer, but there is later, you can also do factorial 5 minus 3 factorial, or 2 factorial times 5 factorial, or 10 factorial divided by 2 factorial. You can add, subtract, multiply, and divide just like with anything else, and there are some rules there, okay? Just as with fractions or whatever. So here, look, we already did 4 factorial is 24. So that's one other cool thing when you're doing a bunch of factorials. Write it down as you go, guys, on a piece of paper, because then later you're going to get a factorial just 1 or 2 bigger than this one. So since I already did 4 as an example, 5 factorial is just going to be 5 times 24. 5 times 24, okay? Because it'd be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, okay? Well, it's almost a quarter. It's almost 25 cents there. 4 times 20 or 5 is $1. 5 times 25 is $1.25. Okay, so one shortcut way, whenever it's close to a quarter, I can just say, hey, it's 1 penny short of a quarter, so it's going to be $1.25, but I'm going to be short 1 penny for each of these. That's 5 pennies I'm short. So instead of $1.25, it's going to be $1.20. Now there's no decimal here because there's no decimal in the multiplication, so it's really just going to be 120. Okay. Anyway, that's you'll start to do these kind of shortcuts, guys. but for the time being, I'll just do that one because I did the examples. The rest of them, I'll do them from the beginning without doing that shortcut, okay? Okay, so here exactly we just did, I'll go ahead and do it since it's there. We just did 4 factorial. 4 times 3 is 12, then times 2 is 24, then times 1 is still 24, okay? Wonderful, okay? Well, see, I just did 4, so 3 factorial is just 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 is 6, okay? Simple, right? Okay. Hey, it's kind of nice if they do it backwards. They start you big and work their way down. Just keep writing them down, and you'll be able to. Anyway, all right. So the next 2 questions, I wanted to show both of these. There's 2 tricky ones, and this one really logically you can figure out. Okay. So if 2 writing utensil, if 2 factorial is 2 times 1, and that equals 2. What is 1 factorial? And most people would say, well, it's 1 times, there is nothing else. So it's just 1, okay? And it is. 1 factorial, factorial of 1 equals 1. I wish I could get you up here where they can see you every time you come up here. She keeps coming up and nudging my arm to be petted. I'm going to try to lift the chair, but she'll jump off if I do, and put it on the chair on my lap so she can be seen. Maybe this will be a little bit. Then, hi, sweetie. Hi. Your head disappeared. Your head disappeared. Oh, she's starting to attack. Hi, baby. Oh, she's licking. Oh, she's loving. The headless cat. Ah, that's the frustrating thing about using these backgrounds. They're really cool, but now she's biting my pinky. Now she licks. If I play dead, she'll usually turn to licking, but okay, girl. We're not going to turn this into a 25-minute video of you doing the disappearing head act. Okay, let's finish. So this one makes sense. Factorial of 1 is 1 times what? What's descending from 1? 0. But I said at the beginning, we don't include 0 times 0 because every factorial, if it included 0 at the end, 0 times anything is 0, so it'd be gone. Okay? So it's just 1. There is nothing else. So 1, enter. Okay? Now, this part I've been anxious. Whoa, wait a second. Oh, yeah, because I got to go to the next one. Sorry. Now, I know the answer to this one. I'm going to intentionally get it wrong because I want to hear him explain the why of it. I've seen and known from previous years, and I've also watched a couple videos tonight. I know that 0 factorial, for whatever reason, and we are about to hopefully find out if IXL gives us a good explanation. What? 0 factorial equals 1. That's the rule. That's the fact. That's the factorial fact. But why? Why? I don't know. So I am going to I'll put 0 because it seems logical. But let's let them explain the why. I'm going to clear my work so we can see their explanation. This is what I love about Excel. They'll tell us how to get the right answer. Okay, the correct answer is 1. Come back. Let's go back to the, okay. The correct answer is 1, like I told you. So remember, 0 factorial equals 1. So we're just supposed to remember, you're not going to tell us why. 0 factorial is equal to 1. That's what I was afraid was going to happen. Oops, I was trying to scroll up. So there is no deeper explanation, like where they'll mathematically write stuff out and show us the why of it. You just have to memorize 0 factorial equals 1. I don't know if you want to, I don't even want to say anything tricky about it and make it confusing. But all you need to know, 1 factorial equals 1, 0 factorial equals 1. Okay? Just got to remember it. Remember. Okay? All right, we're going to the next one. We just got like what, 5 more, 4 more? Okay. 6. Oh, and I will put on the instructions, if you did not already see, that you can use a calculator on these, okay? But you can do these. I mean, they're not that hard. So I keep forgetting to switch. 6 factorial equals 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So we did 4 factorial earlier, okay? And I remember what that equals, but let's just see. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Now I know 6 times 5 equals a nice even 30. That's cool because then I can multiply like that. Just drop the 0 down. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6, 7. 720. Actually, I do remember from doing these earlier that that is the correct answer. So that's all you do, guys. Okay, clear. Next tab, and I'm going to do, this is just before challenge level, and then I'll show 2 challenge level problems. And guys, I'll tell you something about it in a second. Where's my phone? I'm going to do the calculator real quick. So it means 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now, do I have an eraser? No, I got to clear each thing. Now, we just did factorial of 6. So I already know. So I could go all the way to right there and say times 720. Okay? You could do that. And then you could say 9 times 10 is 90. And 8 times 7 is 56. And you just keep going. Okay? So that's if you want to do that. All right, we are going to, on these big numbers, I did it earlier. Come on, for crying out loud. 3,628,800. Okay, so mouse 3,628,800. Boom. Okay, so that was in the 80s. Now we jump to challenge level. Oh no! I'm so sorry, boys and girls. It's gonna be so scary. What you talking about, Willis? That's from an 80s TV show. So this is at the 90 level, and it's saying factorial of 4. Is there like an absolute value symbol or a negative symbol in there? Anything weird? No, that's it. So I thought that was just kind of a fluke, so I'm going to do a second one. But so again, that means 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So 4 times 3 is 12 times 2, and we get 24. Okay. And what'll be fun is just to see what problem they give us here next before I show you the tab I have open. So next they say 5 factorial at the challenge level. We already did these. They kind of got us to the, on the 70s to 80s, I did a number of them. They were working with 7 factorial, 8 factorial, 9 factorial, 10 factorial. They were doing in that mid-range, the higher teens, okay? So I expected to get into double digits up here, like 13 factorial and stuff like that for the challenge level, but let me show you. I just had 4 factorial. I got it right. They're telling me 5 factorial. On the next tab, I have 8 factorial. Oh, okay. So that's a little bigger. Okay, so I know 6 factorial, we did this earlier. 6 factorial was 720. And so past the 6 would be times 7 and times 8. 8 times 7 times 6, blah, 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 blah. And 6 factorial is 720. So it's now going to be 8 times 7 is 56. So I could just do this. 0, 12, I don't think I'm going. 12, 42, 43, carry a 0 to start the next line. And then 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7 is 35, plus the 1 is 36. So we get 0, 2, 3, 0, 1, 4. So my answer is 40,320. Let's see what they give us after this one. Bing! 7 factorial. So I would just do 720 times 7 and get rid of this 8. Oops, I was trying to cross out the 8. So not really that difficult, guys. Use your calculator if you must, or use it for some practice doing your multiplication, because you know on big tests and things when those happen, when we get back in the classroom and such, benchmark stars and stuff, you're going to do a lot of problems. You need to make sure you don't make any little teeny mistakes and things like that. Hey, great to see you guys. I'm going to try to close out while I'm saying farewell, and I'm going to try to pick up my cat. Hopefully it doesn't attack me, which it's prone to do. Kitty, oh, she just left. Kitty, you want to go to Hawaii? Come here, want to go to Hawaii? Of course, right as I was closing out, she jumped off the chair. She was sitting here right next to me. I'll see if she thinks this is a tree. Today's episode, I got it upside down. Gummy bears. My favorite kind of bears ever. After that, it'd probably be those red cinnamon bears. Come here, kitty. Now, she hears my daughter's walking outside the door, and she's like going towards the door like, let me out of here. All right, guys. Love you, miss you. God bless you and protect you and your families. Help around the house. Say your prayers. I got some ideas of some things that might be able to happen so we can see a bunch of each other before the summer's over, before school starts again. Hopefully, if everything stays cool and gets better. All right, y'all. Take care. I'll be posting another video or two tonight with the test.